video by Cyber Section. My name is Vakar, and today we are going to learn about stored cross-site scripting. In the previous video, we learned about reflected cross-site scripting. If you haven't watched that, I would suggest that you may do so. That will also help you understand the basics of cross-site scripting. Plus, we also discussed the types of cross-site scripting. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the other type, which is stored cross-site scripting, and this is considered to be more dangerous. And the reason for that is the script or the command gets stored on the server if the vulnerability exists. For example, let's say on a discussion forum on which users can post comments, and then it is saved, and then someone else or everyone who accesses that page with that script being saved on that page, it will be executed. So according to OWASP top 10, as we always try to understand the vulnerability, as you can see, it can potentially be used to hijack another user's browser, and then it can be used to capture sensitive information, defacement of the application, port scanning of internal hosts, etc., and other malicious activities. And as mentioned, it does not need a malicious link to be exploited. It can be the address can be specified within the command if they exist, and the attacker stores the malicious code into the vulnerable page. The users visit the vulnerable page, and then the malicious code is executed by the user's browser, as we were discussing. So let's see how it is done. So this is the page of a vulnerable application, and as you can see, it allows anyone to enter. So let's say I enter my name, and then I can enter a comment which will get posted. So in this particular video, I will use a script uh, which basically writes, and what it writes is that from source 192.168.1.5, the uh, comment the document cookies will be picked and then written into it. So this will essentially help me get the session ID of a user. All right, so let's try to do that and see what happens. All right, so I've posted the comment, and as you can see, someone else before me with name Alice has posted, and then the next one is mine. So just to make sure, let us view the page source, and as you can see, by Alice it was blah blah blah, and then by Vakar it is the one that I pasted. And as you can see, I can see the session ID. So what can I do with it? So let us go to our Kali, and this server has the IP that I specified, 192.168.1.5, and I will start a web server that will listen on port 8000, on which the one which we specified in the command. So I have already written a Python script that starts a server and listens on. So let's see what will happen uh, on our victim machine. So let's say this is someone or a user who is going to access that page of the vulnerable web page on which this stored cross-site scripting existed, and then let's see what will happen. In the background, I have started a server that is listening on port 8000. Okay, so let's see, this user browses this page and then he logs in. All right, so what happens as soon as he logs in, and in this particular application, it went straight to the vulnerable page on which the stored cross-site scripting vulnerability existed, on which I had posted my comment, which is a script, and this is some other machine by another person. And as soon as he logged in and got to that page, the script got executed. And in my machine, as you can see, I have got the permission ID. So as you can see, I have obtained the session ID of another user through the stored cross-site scripting